Eat That Frog: Strategies for Quick Decisions and Personal Effectiveness. We live in an age of endless activities and possibilities, but with limited time to accomplish all these activities. Therefore, it is imperative to prioritize our activities in line with our goals. The expression, "eat that frog," comes from the metaphor that if one eats a live frog first thing in the morning, they can continue the day with satisfaction, knowing that the worst part of the day is already over. Brian Tracy makes the analogy of the frog with the most important task of the day, inviting us to tackle our most significant activity first thing in the morning. We must visualize what and how we want to be, establish an action plan, prioritize our time according to our objectives, and get started as soon as possible. These actions should be systematized and repeated until they become a habit. It is essential to develop decision-making, discipline, and determination. First, decision to start the habit, discipline to maintain the habit, and determination to progress toward achieving the objective until it is accomplished. The first step to success is having clarity on what you want to achieve and where you want to go. Writing down objectives helps to define them more clearly and therefore be more effective in achieving them. Establish lists of priorities and activities to be completed. This way, you optimize your time to focus on the most important tasks to reach your goals. Also known as the Pareto principle, it states that 20% of the activities yield 80% of the results. By acknowledging this reality, the goal is to identify the 20% of activities that generate 80% of the results, ensuring these activities are completed early in the morning. When we are aware of the consequences of our actions, we tend to prioritize actions that will bring us closer to our goals. It is essential to have a long-term vision and objectives, keeping in mind which actions to take today to achieve long-term goals. This focuses on stopping the execution of less important and delegable tasks. This prioritization technique involves writing down all tasks and categorizing them according to their importance. The most important task. B. Tasks that should be done but have minimal consequences if not completed. C. Pleasant tasks but irrelevant to productivity, for instance, coffee with a colleague or calling a friend. Tasks that can be delegated. As a rule, all these tasks should be delegated. Tasks that have no importance and can be eliminated from the to-do list. When all physical and mental resources are focused on the main task, it is accomplished efficiently, quickly, and with excellent results. Usually, there are three main topics that result in 90% of the results. The goal is to identify these topics and dedicate as much time as possible to resolving them quickly and successfully. The idea is to acquire and organize all necessary resources to complete a task before beginning, ensuring that once started, the task can be completed without interruptions. A journey of 1,000 leagues begins with a single step, Lao Tzu. This emphasizes that to complete a large task, it must be approached systematically and in parts. This focuses on identifying the skills you need to develop to improve the outcomes of your tasks or work. Once identified, refine these skills to perform your tasks more efficiently. The objective is to identify them to work on them specifically to move forward and reach your goals. Self-motivation and discipline are fundamental to achieving our goals. A good exercise is to create imaginary deadlines. It is necessary to do internal work to remain positive, optimistic, and motivated at all times. It is vital to limit the use of technology to what is strictly necessary in a professional context. It is necessary to prioritize and begin the task as soon as possible and not get distracted until the task is completed. Specific times should be established for checking emails, making phone calls, and other activities that could distract us from the original task. This is particularly useful for large tasks that may take a long time. By breaking the task down, we can progress step by step systematically, which provides positive feedback every time we complete a segment of the larger task. This, in turn, motivates us to continue advancing toward the final objective. This points to the necessity of organizing extended work periods to effectively achieve work objectives. The sooner you start, the better. It is crucial to avoid procrastination and begin important activities as soon as possible, completing tasks in the shortest possible time without compromising work quality. It is important to start working and not stop until the objective is achieved. Avoiding distractions is fundamental.